Hello, there we go, we're live.
There we go, we're on.
Hello and welcome to the YMDJUK UK's live stream at number 2. I'm Rowan, this is Andrew.
Hi.
Andrew's doing some typing.
I'm Andrew, I'm typing. First of all, before we get going, I think we should explain what we're doing.
What, explain to the new people?
Kind of, yeah. This is a live stream where we talk about silly DJ and lighty and soundy type things that we find interesting.
Pretty
And
much.
by the way, just for your info, I've got a laptop up here for obvious reasons for the live stream. I've also got one down here, so you'll see me like looking down. And
He's
looking
not just playing.
No, I'm not playing with myself.
Yeah.
Behave yourself.
I've got I think we should talk about some live streamy type setups. What are you using, Andrew? Just while we're here.
You're rubbing it in because no, actually, Rowan, I'll let you go first, and I'll explain.
Right. So my live stream setup consists of an HP laptop just here. This is running Google Hangouts for the stream itself. Also running a DB Power GoPro clone as my webcam, hence why I'm a bit sort of in a fishbowl. I built my own little LED video light, so you can see the reflection of it about here. That is just some LED strip, some pure white LED strip, and let me just warm white LED strip. No, cold white LED strip.
Oh, we messed up already.
I know.
I have messed up. Already.
I have the blue snowball mic just down here. Wicked sounding mic. Hopefully, I'll sound better than Andrew does. Probably will. Not gonna lie.
And yeah, you went there for the middle finger. We'll save that for later. That's gonna come.
Let's just
that'll come later. So I'm gonna click off you and click onto me, and yeah, I'm in control of this. So my live stream completely. Anyway, this is MacBook Pro 2013 or something like that with a fisheye lens on it, so I can go into the corners and it all gets it's a 180-degree lens. Just looks cool. My light there, because there's white on my face. I have a cam K-strip 12 applied in a big old wall. I'm literally just staring at a wall and a laptop stand with a.
Actually, I should probably check YouTube.
Shut up, Rowan. It's my
I just want to see who's watching.
That's a good point.
I'll do that while you talk.
This is an Asus touchscreen laptop that I'm running stuff on. Over there, that is an LEDJ Spectra bar and a cam K-strip 12 again on the floor there. And for audio, I've got Alto Live 1202. And what you probably don't even notice, I have some Shure SE215 in-ear monitors, and we'll talk about them later. I'm done.
Cool. I mean, that was pretty quick. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Basically, at the moment, I'm gonna try and work out what's going on with YouTube. I'm gonna sign into a couple of accounts, work out who's watching.
Anyway, a few viewers that are here, hello. We have a tiny chat, which is where we're going to be doing most of the chatting because the YouTube chat is absolute bullshit. Oh wait, and there's swear jar number 1. Yeah,
No, we're gonna be blocked by YouTube.
Oh no, we're gonna be not advertiser friendly, man.
God. I mean, like we were in the first place. To be fair.
Yeah, we're
Not gonna lie. Who's actually gonna watch us? Who's gonna pay to watch us?
Yeah, that's a good point. Anyone on YouTube Red? Thank you.
I just realised we might be unlisted at this moment in time. We are unlisted. You absolute idiot.
I'm an idiot, aren't I? Yeah.
This is why nobody can watch us.
That's why. Let me just make it. We forgot to make it public. Sorry,
No.
I forgot to make it public.
I was gonna say.
Publish. There we go. Now we're live to everyone and not just some people.
Have we actually? Did you seriously do that?
I did do that. I just did that.
I can't work out where we are. I physically
We're on
cannot see.
YouTube. When you're in London, I'm in Newcastle. By the way, yeah, we are two people that are separate ends of UK.
Like massively separate ends of the UK. Not gonna lie. Literally other ends of the spectrum.
Yeah, like he's a right weirdo and I'm like really normal.
Do you wanna try that again?
All the way around, but shut up. Yeah. And we're both young DJs, and we're both live people and do live events and theatre and live. And I've said live too many times in one sentence, but
Basically,
we do stuff.
We run a group on the Facebook.
The Facebook.
The Facebook.
How old are you? The Facebook.
70.
Jesus Christ. Oh, that makes sense.
Come on. Let's just work out if we're actually live yet.
We have 2 viewers, so hello.
Do we? That's probably us.
Oh shit.
Like, it probably is us.
We're talking to ourselves. This is fun.
I still can't see it on our YouTube channel.
It's on private.
Why have you got it on private?
Someone just said on the tiny chat.
Why have you put it on private?
I haven't. We're public now. We're public. Anyone can see us.
I can't even find it on YouTube. Like, it's physically not showing up on youtube.com.
Well, that's bad, isn't it?
It is a bit, isn't it?
Let me check.
I'm just going to check and see if I can even find this.
Yeah, I'm going to
stream.
change accounts and see.
No, right, you physically can't.
Right.
Although I can now access live control room.
Can you?
Yeah, because I'm signed into.
No, it's live. It's live. I can see it in my subscriptions.
Can you?
Yeah.
Oh, hello, hello.
You can see yourself now.
Sorry, just need to mute that.
Yeah, get rid of yourself.
I just muted my laptop. 3 are watching at the moment. That's me, you, and probably just James Phoebe. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. Hello, James. What's up?
Hey. Right.
So yeah, let's talk about DJ type stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I still cannot at all see this live stream.
Yeah, let's sort out this this exciting.
I feel like this is probably going to be more interesting. While two people at the opposite ends of the country decide to use their laptops instead of actually talking.
Yep, this is us. Welcome to our lives.
At gmail.com.
So, yeah. Hello, if you're watching this after the live stream as well, because this goes up on YouTube afterwards.
Very true, indeed. If we're actually...
We're 4 viewers. There is people here now. That's good.
We're actually getting some people.
Hello, people. Right. We're going to talk about stuff. So you're going to ask us questions. There is a tiny chat link that I am going to put on the YouTube chat in a minute. If you give me a second. I'll get the tiny chat link.
Let me just check in subscriptions to see what's going on, because I don't know if I can actually see it at the moment.
Okay, you have a check for that.
Aha. 3 watching.
Give me
Cool.
a second.
No, 3 people are watching. I've got it. Right. Hey, James. Okay, so James is definitely watching.
Yeah.
It's all good. Right. How are we going to do this? Let's try and get some more people going on.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if it's easier, you can like Snapchat and Facebook as questions if you know us personally. If not, Don't worry about it. You know.
We do have a Young Mobile DJ's UK Snapchat.
But it's crap and nobody uses it.
We don't use it very much. It's only if we're doing gigs. So.
Much. Not gonna lie, I haven't used it. Oh no, I did. I used it today to promote this, and look how well that's gone.
that's not right. Thanks, 4th viewer. You keep coming and leaving. I'm gonna change headphones so you're not able to hear me. So Rowan, I think you should talk about your new laptop. Go.
My new laptop is a MacBook 2009. Right, this isn't even a MacBook Pro. This is just a standard MacBook 2009. It's made of white plastic, right? And it's my new playout laptop. Now, the reason it's my new playout laptop is because Virtual DJ needs about 2 gigabytes of RAM to work. and this has 2 gigabytes of RAM. This laptop, right? Bear in mind, this is coming up to 9 years old. Coming up to 9 years old, right?
9 years old.
It's brilliant. Like, genuinely, it's absolutely brilliant. It runs everything that I need it to run. It runs everything that I need it to run in a decent way. Like, it's by all means, it's not the world's fastest laptop, but it works, and it's my new playout. Basically, I use it often for playout. Well, I use it every gig for playout with an external hard drive, and it works and runs, and I very much enjoy it. It's a great little laptop, to be completely honest. It's very good.
Right, I am back. I have put a 10-meter mini jack extension in because that's, of course, what I need. And yeah, here we go.
I'm just reloading a couple of pages while I'm here.
So we also have Angus Walker here. Hello.
Oh, Angus is in. That sounded like a really nice entrance for Angus. It was literally my MacBook going, ta-da! I've just woken up.
I've woken up from another sleep because it's a needy little bitch.
It's great. It's great.
Oh,
This laptop is the most unreliable thing ever. Never buy an HP Pavilion. This is supposed to have an i5 processor, 8 gigabytes of RAM. It's the slowest bloody thing that I've ever used.
I can double that. This is gone. This is like smashed all around there. Does not work. Shit.
I mean, this is now only my lighting laptop. The only reason I'm using it for Hangouts is because I can just sit it and let it do one task at a time, and it's fine.
Yeah.
Like, I run Averlights Titan on it because it just about handles Averlights Titan. You know, it's great. It's great. Just great.
Yeah. For lighting though, I have just bought myself a new laptop.
God, it's so nice.
The Asus, whatever the hell this thing is, and it's touchscreen. And I was kind of skeptical, I'll be honest, with using a touchscreen laptop for lighting because I thought about reliability and basically sweaty hands. Because if I'm light jockeying live, I want to be able to hit stuff on the point, like as it happens with the music. But I've been quite impressed so far. I've taken it out to two.
I think it was 2 and 1. No,
Yeah.
just 2.
No, I've taken it out to 2 DJing gigs, and then 2 gigs where I was just solely running lights on it. One of them was an 80s night, and one of them was a band thing, and it worked really well actually.
It does look to be a very, very nice.
Quite nice. It just needs a bit of a RAM upgrade because I think it's only got like 4 gigs.
Andrew, I think you just posted to yourself "We Are Live" on your Facebook.
Oh, did I? Did I just privately post to myself?
Yeah, you just sort of posted on your own Facebook, which is
Wait,
fine.
what?
You just posted on your own Facebook, "We Are Live."
No. Oh, I did. Whoops.
Yeah, you did.
I did. That's great.
Oh no. Right. So, the group. Let's talk about the group because we're pretty much like expanding into theatre tech, which is nice. It's nice to have some more people. This will get far more interesting once we've just ironed out all the creases here, because this is what happened last time. Last time we sort of started the group call about an hour beforehand, and it was fine. But this time we haven't done that.
You literally sent me a message half an hour ago. Sorry, no, an hour ago. You want a live stream at 8? I was like, yeah, why not? So we're live streaming.
Pretty much. The thing with this is lots of people have been asking us when the next live stream is. Usually we hype it up, or last time we hyped it up for a couple of days. This time I just realised we were both suddenly free of an evening.
Live stream. Well, I'm going on holiday tomorrow, so I had to pull all the stuff that I've packed in my case out.
Did you?
Yeah. I've like packed it, didn't even wait, and just pulled it straight out.
Never mind.
I've still got my WeGo pack though. That is the most fun thing to do in a plane.
Gotta love a WeGo.
Oh yes.
Why am I just on Messenger? I don't just want Messenger.
Why am I just on Messenger?
This is right. Let's go back on Tiny Chat.
Let's get back on Tiny Chat. That's a good point.
Is anybody talking on Tiny
No,
Chat?
you left apparently, which is
Yeah, I
weird.
did. Sorry, I had to. I was sorting my laptop out.
I think we should talk about lighting desks. Theatre lighting desks.
Theatre lighting desks.
Theatre lighting desks.
Something I know very little about as a stage manager.
Yeah.
But
He's an idiot.
it's not an idiot. I'm not an idiot. I'd like basically.
Close.
Yeah. Andrew's gonna go. Well, okay. I say going to. We're gonna say going to, because we hope we will.
Yeah, but that's the plan anyway.
So Andrew would like to go into lighting. I would like to go into production management. That's what we're gonna hopefully do.
So I'm hopefully going to go on tour with bands, maybe, or DJs, more kind of music. And Rowan is planning on theatre.
Theatre, of course.
Theatre.
To be fair, I don't think I could see myself doing anything else but theatre.
You're very, very theatre.
Yeah.
I can't see anything else when it comes to music. Well, to be honest, I could probably go into theatre, but I'd prefer to go into live music just because that's what I love doing. So,
if it was cool theatre, like you probably work well with Frantic Assembly and people like that, but
yeah,
you know, other stuff maybe not so much. But you know, it's not too bad. Tiny Chat's loading.
Is it? That's good. It's nice.
I want to try and get some people who I like on the group chat. So
go for it.
Let's quickly authenticate myself on Facebook. And press across. Bang. Well, hello there.
Well, hello there. So yeah, tell us what you want to do. We can take messages or whatever from Tiny Chat from Facebook or whatever. We can talk about topics that you want to talk about. We can
Ben Allen is here. Hello, Ben.
Oh, hello, Ben.
Hey, he's back.
Hey, he's back.
Sweet, cool, perfect. This is
well sorted then, aren't we?
Yeah, pretty much. We've got 2 viewers. My favorite number of viewers. There's about 30-second delay. Okay, that's totally fine. I'm not going to lie. 30 seconds is better than nothing.
Yeah.
Honestly. So.
Wait, how can he tell there's a 30-second delay?
We're probably saying something. It was going to be the well, hello there.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So 30 seconds from now, you're going to see my message.
30.
Of course, you've seen it.
Yeah, I know I've seen it because I'm here. I'm in the real this is a bit weird, isn't it? Right.
Oh, what is the real world? What is just...
Just don't. Just don't.
Let's not go philosophically. I was talking about theatre lighting desks.
Yes, you are.
So, the big players are, of course, ETC, MA.
No, not for theatre.
And Avalites. I'm going to talk about all three.
Okay, right. But just bear in mind that Avalites and ETC, Avalites and MA are not theatre desks.
Ooh. Let's talk about that. I think the way it works is ETC works well in theatre, queue listing, that kind of thing, plotting when it comes to theatrical use. But when it comes to live music, which I think is the polar opposite to theatre, Avalites takes it all the way.
Mm-hmm.
I always feel like what Avalites can do well, ETC can't. What ETC can do well, Avalites can't. Like queue listing on an Avo, I think is a right pain. It's a stupid system. Have you ever done that, Ron?
What?
Queue listing on an Avo.
Oh God.
Yeah, exactly.
Busk on Avo.
But
Ben Ellum goes, "Are we watching Andrew through a porthole?"
Yes, yes, we are. The ship's going past.
Honestly, yeah, Avo.
And MA is just
MA is a jack of all trades. I think you can do a lot on MA.
master of all.
The only problem that you have with MA is the arseholes who think MA is better than everything else. No, but you're not, because you appreciate Avo.
I do. I use Avo more than MA, really, when I'm doing live gigs. Well, the thing is, at my school we have a .2, and I like that desk. It's perfect for the school. I wouldn't personally choose it simply because of the limited effects you can do, but for simplicity, it's perfect. Right. Yeah. So, yeah, .2, great for very simplistic things. And I'm going to bring Rowan back in the broadcast. Rowan, your mic is muted. I think that was me. Let's unmute your mic. There it is. There you go.
Cool. Wonderful. I'm just going to talk a bit closer to the mic because I just got in trouble. Because, you know,
siblings.
Don't. Right.
This is a goat, by the way. This is.
Oh God.
This is a goat.
Just leave.
Okay. Bye. That didn't work. I've got a fisheye, so you can see everything in this room.
This is not the world's. Kansas.
Right. Let's talk about Kansas.
Chauvet.
Yes, Chauvet, indeed. So when we were doing our last show, which was Sweet Charity, we had this big projector setup. Well, not big, but a projector setup, which was 3 projectors, which made a big widescreen view. Okay, and we had this thing called the triple head to go to turn that into a big long one big long screen, and we needed a way of playing media through it. And I was looking through different kinds of media servers, and the Camsys one popped up, and we looked into using the Camsys one. I tried to get my head around it. We tried to use it. We had lighting experts and everything on it, and it was just terrible. It just wasn't very intuitive, didn't make sense straight away. I even tried using that media server to be controlled by the .2 or to be controlled by an Avo, but didn't really work. And it does look like Windows 2000 indeed. It
looks old. It's just
old. Hopefully Chauvet is going to bring them into the 21st century. That's what I'm really hoping. So they can be one of the big players. Because you have those guys that I'm going to say generally are older, that feel like Kansas is more like what desks used to be, like in the good old days, because it's more simple and busky. But I feel for busking and for theatre and for everything in between, you can get away with a better desk for a price. Better price.
I mean, the thing that we also need to talk about really is mobile. If you're a mobile DJ, what do you use? And I would not go for Kansas.
No.
Because it's not as up to date, it's not as nice to use, it's not as intuitive as even MA on PC or something like that. I'd say if you do go for anything for mobile gigs, go for Avo Titan, just because you can busk and program at the same time.
It depends. I think it depends what level you're at.
If you're a total beginner, my DMX all the way. I love my DMX. I'll use my DMX to this day. If I want to do something really quickly and simply, I'll tell the client to buy my DMX box. But if you're going for something a bit better, a bit next level, I'd go for Titan 1. I've used Titan 1 for less time than Rowan, but I do like Titan. The reason I use Titan 1 is because it's, once you know how to program on it, it's one of the easiest things you will ever do. The shape and effects generators are so quick that you can have like 4 movers, and you could build a show with 4 movers in about 20 minutes.
I'll tell you about a show I did, which was not long ago, which I just got the Asus, and I was running Avo Titan 1, and we were way behind schedule. We had just hung the lights basically as the clients were coming in. We'd just got them channeled, and I had zero programming. And actually, by zero, I had like 5 minutes to program. So I patched all my fixtures, and I had everyone eating dinner, and I was kind of like, shit, what am I going to do? I can't pull out a whole light show out of nowhere. But I can, because what I did was I was on a Titan 1, so I had selected all my fixtures, I grouped them well, I did some color palettes, and so all I was doing was creating some effects live, creating live effects and going, right, that's nice, I'll save that, and then just changing the color of it, and right, getting rid of that. It's now a drop. Sorry, it's now a build up again, so I'll do a simple movement while I program the next thing, and I think, yeah, I'll program the next thing. It worked really well. It was stressful as hell because I didn't have any programming. I like to be perfect, but yeah.
The other thing that I quite like with Avo is you have an inbuilt visualizer, which means you can program without the fixtures there very easily.
Yeah.
And the thing with the visualizer is you can adjust the atmospherics. You can adjust how much haze there is in the air, what each fixture's doing. You can adjust the rigging positions of each fixture. That kind of thing is pretty cool.
Little details.
Yeah.
And it's all within the desk as well, which I think is nice. Excuse me. But like, yeah, you select them basically as another channel in the desk to do the visualizer.
I mean, plus the patching system and things are really intuitive. They've got an amazing fixture library. They have very good support for the fixture library. You'll be able to have people who can just make you a fixture almost instantly. So that kind of thing is a massive plus point with Avo, just the people behind it as well. I'm quite looking forward to possibly going to BPM and Pro this year and seeing Avo. What was that?
I think I've just knocked over a light. Oh, it's blown the fuse that overheated. Let me check. Go and talk.
Right. So I'm going to talk to you about controllers. Oh, crikey. Okay, the other camera's gone, so never mind. I'm going to talk to you about controllers. I think I'm still live. I think I'm. Hopefully,
You are.
Okay, cool. I'm going to talk to you about controllers and what I use and what I hope to use. So, at the moment, I run an American Audio VMS2. It is a shit piece, and I don't like it very much. Basically, what I want to do is upgrade the VMS2 to something better without having to spend too much. I've got a budget of about £300. Okay, so £300 for a this is a DJ controller. Yeah, basically, DJ controller wise, the best that you can buy, I found at that price point. I don't want to buy a VMS5. I don't want an American Audio controller anymore. I've got an American Audio controller. I feel like I've outgrown that. I feel like I want something slightly better, and also something slightly better looking, because I might be doing a lot of corporate gigs and controller only gigs in the future. So what I have decided on is the Gemini G4V. Now, Gemini, you probably won't want to think of much as a brand, but if I just show you, because I can screen share in a sec. G4V. The controller itself is very much a nice looking controller. Let me just share my screen. I'm on screen 1, and I'll share screen 1. So the Gemini G4V is a DJ controller, which is 4 decks with a massive expanse of features. If I just take you through the controller, Gemini G4V is a strange controller in the fact that it is not by any means by a massively well-known or reputable brand. Gemini aren't necessarily known for being one of the world leaders, but they work very well. The reviews that I've read have been very good for it. It's probably about the closest you can get to a DDJ SX for the price. I think Angela will agree.
I'll agree.
So that's probably what I'm going to go for. It's a nice looking controller. It's like completely metal. very solid. XLR.
Also, one of the things that really attracts, and what people don't really think about very much, is the balanced XLR outputs. You don't get that on many of this grade controller. So what you need is something with that. So first of all, as a backup, in case whatever mixer, whatever you're doing goes down, if you've just got phono outputs and you've got XLRs to your speakers, you're fucked. So
that's what I think. I mean, if you've got XLR outputs, yes, Angus, we can see we can. So XLR outputs for me are one of the most important things that I could possibly have on a controller. I would not necessarily buy a controller without either XLR or jack outputs. The reason behind that is purely because I use active speakers and I find them incredibly useful. I mean, they're far easier to set up than passives, in my opinion. They're far lighter, better sounding most of the time because my EVs have Class D amps. But basically, I'm going to be doing a lot of controller-only gigs. And for controller-only gigs, I want something that has XLR outputs and RCA outputs so I can choose between what I want to use. The main reason I go XLR is because you get a nicer sound because it's a nicer quality of cable. You're more likely to be able to run XLR just directly into a speaker, whereas with RCA you want an adapter, and using an adapter is a bit pointless. Basically.
The other thing I like to point out as well is with XLR, it's a balanced signal, so that means that you get less interference. I could go into the depth of what that means, but I won't. I'll save you the.
I wouldn't.
I'll save you the geekiness. The A-level music tech about it, but basically you're going to get less interference. So if you run RCA 20 meters, you're going to get interference just down the cable, almost like you would with radio mics. But with XLR, you're not going to get that because the way it works is you've got the signal forward and the signal reversed. So you can minus those two signals together and it'll sound all perfect.
I mean, personally, XLR as well is just a massively convenient system because you are far, far less likely to break an XLR as well.
Definitely.
Oh my God, I've broken so many phono connectors.
Tell me about
it. Personally, I mean, for me, that controller is probably going to be the best bet that I can possibly have because it will work. It will work well and it will look decent. And it's not massively expensive.
Yeah. That's the thing. You can go out there and buy an SX and good on you. It's a great controller. But there's so much investment involved.
For 800 quid, why would you get an SX? You know, when you could get something very similar for a lot less. I don't know. Plus, it comes with a 4-deck version of Virtual DJ LE, so you've got software included, which is always brilliant.
Raise the roof. If only Virtual DJ LE wasn't shit.
To be fair, though, it's not quite as bad as software as
that's a good point. I remember having the WeGo Virtual DJ LE, and it wasn't as shit as I thought it was. Well, as everyone makes it out to be, anyway.
That's the thing. Virtual DJ LE is built specifically for the controller that it comes with.
It works for it perfectly.
Which means, you don't get the massive feature set that Virtual DJ has, but it works.
The thing is, as well, is I have an Ergo K, which is the one built for Tractor, and I can't get Tractor for it. I can't get a Tractor LE version now for it. But software I use is DJAY for Mac, and I love that software.
I personally don't use DJ just because I find it far less intuitive and it doesn't work with the VMS2 at the moment.
Well, there you go.
So I can't really. I
just love the Spotify integration with it. It's so if a client comes up to you at a party and they're like, "Have you got Wigwam Dealer by Ganja Man or whatever?" You know, you can go, "Yeah, sure, I've got that. I've got anything."
Yeah. Angus had a VMS2 and bought full Virtual DJ. I'm very much looking into buying full Virtual DJ. Just because it's probably going to be worth it at some point along the line. The only reason that I would refrain from that at the moment is because I've only got a VMS2.
DJ LE is DJ Full is only £30 or £50, £30, £50. I can't remember.
I might have a look at DJ Full for when I.
That's a big thing.
for when I get the G4V. The only other thing that I need to get for a G4V is a case, which is what I'm kind of holding off at the moment. But yeah. So let's have a look at what people are saying on the chat. Ben Earlham had to use a 088 Jester 48 for Annie at his school. Poor you. And he had to climb up the dimmers mid-show in the middle of a scene and unpatch a fixture that was flashing on its own.
Oh, lovely. I just love the Jester.
Even better. I have used a Jester at my old school, but it was a little tiny, mini little thing. It was 19-inch rack mountable as well, which was kind of useful.
It's the only good feature.
Pretty much. But worked quite nicely. You know, it worked all right for tiny little things that I was doing. At one point, I built some. We were doing a show in the drama studio, and we had another show going on with the 088 Leapfrog, which is not much of a better desk, but you know, that was in the other room. So in the drama studio, we just had this Jester. So for each scene, I built a piece of cardboard with cutouts on each fader for where the levels were supposed to be. So what I do is I place it onto the controller, push it all up at the same time, so everything moved at exactly the same time.
I'm in a lot of pain right now. Are you telling me that?
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure we can be friends anymore. I'll be honest.
But you have to make things work. Oh, Angus is changing schools in September, and they have a Geo, and maybe getting a Digico SD9 or SD10.
Lovely.
Not gonna lie, I don't know what Digico. I've never used Digico before.
Very nice desk. That's what I need. Very nice sound desk.
Fair enough. All right. Nice. Very nice. Guys, also, I'm going to say something to you now. If you're into theatre, go and audition for National Youth Theatre next year. Do it. I went and auditioned. It was absolutely brilliant. I highly, highly encourage you to do it. It's a 3-week residential course, and then you get put on the roster for a massive variety of shows. I don't know if I've got in yet, but I'm going to recommend it already. It's quite expensive, but definitely have a look.
Looks worth it.
Because it's brilliant. And the technical experience that you can get from the fact that they do a rep season for about 3-4 months where they work in like West End theatres. They work, where's Stomp at the moment? Whatever theatre Stomp's in, they'll work there. They work at a few other places. And you can also do some work experience. You get, while you're on the course, they don't necessarily advertise it, but you can get 1 night work experience on a West End show during your 3-week course. Ben Earlham, massive Allen and Heath analog desk.
Ooh, lovely.
Please.
Is it a split, or is it like, are the masters in the middle, or are the masters at one side? Tell me. See,
I've only ever used the Allen and Heath Z, not the 96, the slightly smaller Ambassadors Theatre. There we go, Angus. In the Ambassadors is where they do the majority of their shows.
Where I spend most of my days.
Yeah. Allen and Heath analog masters on one side. It's going to be something like an Allen Heath Z94, 90 FX, something like that.
Or a PA20, which is what we have at school, which is very nice. PA20, Allen and Heath. And then we have the digital at my school, which is Tascam TC Works, which is a very interesting desk, and it looks very old, but it's actually very functional. It's quite good. You have quite a few pages. You've got inbuilt effects. You've got inbuilt effects units, which are very clever, and Firewire, which is very nice.
Right, we've got a little bit of a problem. Guy can't get onto Tiny Chat.
No.
Because he's only got his phone to use. And he can't download the app. And he has no space on his phone to get the app. So
Should we get him a laptop?
Angus, yes. Allen and Heath, no, sorry. Ambassadors is owned by CanMac. CanMac basically owns most of the theatres in London.
All right.
Like Cameron McIntosh, Delphine McIntosh. Yeah, try and sort it out, Andrew. Delphine McIntosh own the majority of theatres in London. They're an absolutely brilliant theatre group. Cameron McIntosh is actually a very good guy. Basically, National Theatre wise, some of their alumni include people who now work as production managers for Delphine McIntosh theatres, as well as a few others. Z24. Yeah, he's a very. I've met him once, and he was a legend. I quite like the guy. He's a bit sort of, but he's great. He's good fun. Seems like a guy very passionate about the theatres and the architecture of his theatres as well. Hence why he bought the Gilgood, basically. It's a gorgeous theatre where Curious is on. Not much longer.
How long did it? It's 40 minutes it took you to mention Curious Incident. That is Rowan's favourite show.
Wicked show. Actually, to be fair, I've been thinking about it, and Curious Incident might not have been my favourite show.
What?
But it's the only show that I actually get the opportunity to talk about. Also, you're on. That's an XM92.
That is a very nice mixer. If you ever care, that's a very nice DJ mixer.
Go on PA and
you have been warned.
Have a look at some Allen and Heath mixers.
Yeah, I'll get that. Hang on.
Yeah, I mean, Things I Know to Be True by Frantic Assembly was one of the best productions that I've ever watched, purely based on lighting, tech, a few other bits. It's just an absolutely incredible show. I'm learning a monologue from Things I Know to Be True at the moment. It's in my pocket because I've got acting assessments coming up, but it is a brilliant show. The set was made up of like hundreds of light bulbs hanging from the ceiling, just these bare light bulbs. The set was built by the actors on stage. It was very, very effective. It was a really great show. They had real rain going through the. Yeah, it's great. Opinions on Alto, and have you seen Battle?
Oh my god, no way! I'm literally looking at an Alto desk. I'm about to screen share an Alto desk. We're about to talk about this.
I can't see it at the moment. Okay.
This is the Alto Live 2402. It's double the size of the mixer I have down by my left.
Right.
Alto
mixers are okay, but Alto speakers I wouldn't go for.
Never.
You can
Alto mixers are fine.
Money.
Like, there's nothing terrible about them. There's nothing incredible about them. Actually, I think the effect section on the live series is very nice, I'm going to say, especially for vocals. They have just a set of effects just labeled vocals on there, and it is very nice, especially if you don't really know what you're doing with effects units, just to be able to chuck that on and have it. Graphic EQ is handy if you want to like accentuate your lows and your highs or whatever. But yeah, nice.
Speakers wise, I wouldn't go for, Angus goes, big up Skytech. You know what? I've got a Skytech speaker in my room. I've got two Skytech speakers in my room.
I've got two QTXs down there, my hidden past. And I've got that thing, which looks small, but just isn't.
Okay, you guys are absolutely going to hate me for saying this. I've got two Skytech 8-inch actives, and I really like them. Now, let me explain what I mean by I really like them. I really like how compact they are. I really like the fact that I can chuck them around and not care about them. I'm not the biggest fan of the sound, but they don't sound bad. To be fair though, they are like 4 years old. They are like 4-year-old speakers, but they're really not that bad. Now, I've actually used them for kids' parties before, quite recently, actually. I used 2 of them with my Pirate 212 Sub A just to see.
Hey, I've got one of them right there. Got nothing.
Kid subs. You've bought a lot of stuff that I've told you to buy, haven't you?
The Pirate. What else?
Titan
1. That was a good purchase.
What else? Oh, Pro Sound 8-inch. Oh
no.
No, actually, the Skytex are probably better than Pro Sound.
Oh yeah, I'd say. I want to tell you the story of last time I used Alto speakers.
Oh no.
So I work in a shop, kind of, that sells DJ equipment, and I do events with them and whatever. But we sometimes get second-hand gear in, and we got 4 Alto TS15, whatever the hell they are called, speakers in. We got them in, and the guy was like, "Right, I'm selling these to you. They're let's put brand new drivers in all of them, and they'll sound lovely." And we all heard them, and we're like, "Yeah, the sound all right." What just happened? There we go. Anyway, yeah, and we sent them all out in a rental, and the guy took them in his car, and he came back, and all of the drivers blew. First rental. So we flogged them. We did not want them in our lives. So,
Very
gone.
bad, isn't it? No,
Yeah.
it has a Pro Sound 300 watt with built-in wireless mic. Is an okay set for portable PA. See, I've been looking at getting a little tiny portable PA for a while, like a battery-powered one. I thought it'd be quite useful.
We sell the we actually rent out a lot of the cam ones. So they've got the media player in the back of them and a wireless mic and a radio and whatever, and they're all battery powered. And it's, I mean, quality isn't great, of course, it's cam, but it's very functional. That's how I describe them to people. They're very functional. Obviously, you can get better speakers if you're renting like a K12 or something, but for what they do it well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking at ways of compacting my kids' parties for the moment. Andrew's having a strobe rave in his bedroom.
Yeah, that was me hitting my foot.
Guy's using the YouTube chat.
Yeah, I've just told him to.
Okay.
I need to find. I thought I had the YouTube chat here.
I don't have the YouTube chat open at the moment.
That's the group chat, which is apparently just us.
Yeah, the group chat is just us. Half a sec.
Can I add apps?
I'm just gonna get YouTube up on my laptop. But I feel like there are some. What were we gonna say? What was I saying? What were we talking about?
I don't know, but I've just got distracted by something.
I've forgotten what we were talking about. Oh no. Oh, portable PAs.
Portable PAs.
I'm looking at finding myself a way of making very small, very compact kids party setups. What I'm kind of boiling it down to at the moment is some wash, maybe 2 mirror balls, and not a lot else. Possibly. Lights wise, sound, I'm probably going to just use 2 EVZLX 12Ps and a controller. I'm just trying to work out a compact little system to use on a regular basis for kids' parties. Because I've got one booked in for May, and I don't even know if I'm going to use a booth. I might just literally have everything set up on the side of the stage because it's a 5th birthday party. It's mostly crowd interaction and bits like that. So I don't really know if I'm going to do a disco or just like games and party, just rubbish like that. It's a bit of a dilemma at the moment. If any of you have like kids party setups that you use like on a regular basis, just tell me what you use, because it would be absolutely brilliant if you could. Because I like just never I can never come up with a setup that works well for kids parties. Angus likes the rebrand of the group. Good. Not gonna lie, I do quite like the rebrand of the group as well. I feel like the theatre side of things is a good way of getting some more people in.
Yeah.
And getting the name out there. I mean, theatre wise, I know far more about set design and production. Andrew knows far more about lighting. We've got some people like Guy in the group who are very lighting orientated and very theatre lighting orientated as well, which is always good.
I'm a kind of jack of all trades, so I was going to be just on lights, And then A-level music tech came along and was like, hey, I'm cool. And it was cool. And it is cool. And I'm enjoying A-level music tech a lot. So, yeah, I'm probably going to be both.
Mm. Yeah. I mean, the thing that I always find is I enjoy what was I going to say? Aha, James Phoebe. This chat's busted. Hi. Right, okay. So, I'm production and stage management and set design and things like that. I prefer making things look pretty and leaving other people to do the hard work, basically.
I prefer to do the hard work. I prefer to take someone's idea and go, right, how can I make that a reality? How can I go, right, you want this theme of your party, right, I'm going to have this and gobos and lights.
Yeah, I mean, that's the side of things that I want to do, but I don't want to program that. Basically, my thing is, I physically cannot be sat behind a desk all day. Hence why I want to do production management or stage management or something like that, because I'm up on my feet constantly. And I'm constantly aware, as opposed to lighting programming and things where you have to sit down and you have to concentrate on one thing on one desk for hours. And I can't do that personally. Theatre lighting designers, I have so much like respect for.
The amount of hours they put in to
The
get,
amount of hours that they put in
to do little details as well, which
it's exactly the same as DSMs. I have a lot of time for DSMs. DSMs who make the show run. They're my kind of people. Stage management for me is something where it's very visceral and I get to touch and move things like physically. And I prefer that kind of experience. Hence why I think I prefer the teenage parties that I do, because it's very energetic. It's very tiring, which I quite like. I prefer to be knackered at the end of the day than absolutely fine.
Because if you know my past, kind of present, I did a lot of kids' parties. I do a lot of kids' parties just because it was kind of easy and that's what my area needed. We didn't have anyone that was doing kids' parties well. So that's what we did. And my God, they were tiring. They were fun and everything, but they're really tiring. So what I'm trying to do with my company now, which is AM Events, is trying to go more adult, more professional while still doing the kids' parties because I still didn't have the fun.
And I'm in the process basically of rebranding myself as a prom DJ. That's kind of what I'm in the middle of doing. I've been signed up to a company as a prom, bar mitzvah, and sort of teenage party DJ. That's with a London agency, and I am in the process of rebranding myself to do proms, mostly with some kids parties. Basically, I want my company to become kids parties overall. But then obviously nicer paid gig, bigger paid gigs as well. But I've sort of worked out a little niche in the market where I can do a party on a Sunday afternoon and earn good money for it. So
that's nice.
For me, that kind of works in my favor, especially when I'm driving, that I can go and take a tiny rig to a kids party, do like 2 hours worth of kids party and then go home. That for me is kind of where I'd like to be. I mean, guys, what kind of events do you like doing? If you tell us so, either on Time and Chat or on YMDJUK, just tell us what kind of events you enjoy doing. We'll wait 30 seconds for you to catch up with us.
Yeah. Come on, guys, keep up.
But yeah, I mean, if you tell us what kind of events you enjoy doing most, then we'll be able to sort of have a chat. Because I mean, both of us are reasonably experienced in the world of parties. What the heck is that? Is that time? Is that
This is YouTube, and I'm the king of this stream.
Is that YouTube?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
It's an app. If you go at the sidebar and go add apps, and I'm a dog filter. I'm a basic host.
What app is it?
It's called Google Effect.
I've got it.
Of course. I'm going to keep a monocle on for the rest of this.
You know what?
What?
I like this. Right, headwear, eyewear. I can't really wear a monocle. I've already got glasses.
Yes. Yes.
Backgrounds.
What? Sounds background experiment.
Can you see? Oh no.
Oh well, that worked.
I don't like that. That's not fun. Props. I've got cake. Facial hair.
Oh my god, you can blur the background. That's
Amazing.
quite neat. That's quite neat.
Right. So there are a lot of people leaving and entering. I like this. I've got a beard.
You've got a beard.
I like the fact that you can blur the background. That's nice. That might be an interesting thing.
I'm pretending I'm clever. Yeah, Google, by the way, Google Hangouts is what we're on now. It's full of these stupid little apps. And I like stupid little apps. What's this?
Tiny chat. Here we go.
Google.
Ever thought of making YMDJUK into a nationwide DJ agency?
Wow.
No.
I haven't, but I am now.
The main reason that I haven't thought of doing that is because that would be an incredible amount of work, and
money.
I don't feel like either of us are personally experienced enough to run something where we are responsible for over 50 young mobile DJs.
That's
over 50 people under the age of 21.
Yeah, we're not. I'm not the most responsible guy in the world. Rowan's a bit responsible. I'm just not.
I probably, if I spent my entire life on it and I wasn't at school, I probably would consider it. But I'm at school at the moment, and I feel like using it as an agency is not the best way of doing things. I feel like you're better off establishing your own brand and your own company before you do anything else. That's why that's why I've established RCD events and then moved on to people like Mighty Fine Entertainment.
Yeah.
Because then I have that backing and I have those regular clients who I can rely on, and anything through MF Entertainment is my prerogative to work with. The Jaw app will no longer work after April the 25th, 2017, Andrew.
That's cool. Can you install the draw app? Because I'm currently drawing on my face, and I don't know how to get rid of it.
You realise every app that you install, I work with. Like, it works. I can draw on you, I think.
I'm drawing on you right now. I'm drawing on me. No, I'm drawing on you.
Wait a sec. How do I press undo? How do I undo?
You can't.
Cool. I've got this.
This is what you're watching. Just understand, this is what you're doing on your nights. You're watching us right the way thumbs in each other's rooms. Oh my god.
Please don't switch the camera to yourself.
I just did. Let's get rid of that.
That's not a good idea. Can you remove? Thank you. I don't know if I can actually. Tiny Chuck doesn't actually seem to be hugely responsive.
Oh, that is better. If you change the camera, it just looks so much better.
Oh my god. This is just absolutely ridiculous, isn't it? Slightly.
It's like I'm a child. Oh, wait, I am.
This is just... Hello. What are you putting on me?
Comic Sans just everywhere.
Does it just say Comic Sans?
No, it's a sample text. Rowan can't left the room. I'm so glad. Can you not see this, Rowan?
It says searching for a face. It doesn't recognise you as a face.
That's what your mother said when you were born.
Oh my god. This is not the most professional, is it?
What? You think we're going to be professional on this thing?
I mean,
what should I draw on Rowan's face like? Tell me in the tiny chat. What am I putting on Rowan's face?
Tell me, or on YouTube. You know, there are only 6 people watching. Not gonna lie, I don't think we're not doing very well.
Never do.
I've just got sample text written all over me, haven't I? Oh no, it's gone. It's gone now. Stop! I have Comic Sans just following me around the room.
Oh, that's good.
This is not okay.
Searching for a face. That's good. Let's go there. Okay.
Andrew, stay still.
No.
Okay, don't. I'm a big boy. Really?
You're a big boy.
I mean, it's very true, but...
The thing is, I've got this black around me where I can write stuff. So I can just drop that around. Right, okay, this is the thing. Yep. Glad I got this. Oh, that's stamps. I can feather in my hair and all that. Oh, I've got a hat now. Right. Of course I have a hat now. That makes perfect sense.
Not gonna lie, this is probably not what YouTube intended this for.
No, I think it was exactly what they intended it for, to be honest. There's 7 people watching us do this. What are we doing with our lives? Give us something to do, Tiny Chat. Put him in a boat. Put him in a boat and call him Rowan. Well done. Who's that? Angus Walker. Well done. Well, you win.
I'm going to turn you into Harry Potter.
Of course you are.
Oh,
no, I'm now just Iggy Pop. Right. Right, go on, Tiny Chat. Tell us what to do. Give us keys, because this is not what we're going to be doing.
I'm just going to... You realise you look more like an artsy now because you've got the SS logo on your head.
Oh, that's great. I'm just going to put some shades on and it's fine.
This is ridiculous.
And then Zeus came down and lightninged.
This is probably the worst thing we've ever done.
Yeah. Oh, no, there's one more worst thing I could probably do.
Really?
Oh.
Oh, no.
Rowan's straight. That's just making a statement. Rowan is very straight. How does it feel to be in a world of rainbows? I just woke up left the room. That's the quality content they're watching. Martin ? There is something we can talk about.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Let's get.
Okay. Let's just clear everything.
So Martin, which is owned by Harman, which is bought by Samsung. Okay. Samsung. Go away.
Tea time shortly.
What?
Couple of minutes. Tea time.
All right. Cool. Guessing on my tea soon. Right. Yeah. Martin are owned by Harman, and they have just been bought by Samsung very recently. And if you have noticed, if you've checked out the YouTube channel recently, they've released some products which aren't very Martin-like. They are very bad. They've created what's in essence an ADJ Stinger, which it's a good light. I'm not going to slate that light at all. But for Martin, I think Martin should aim more professional, like they used to be, like with the Mac Viper series and the Mac 101s and the Mac 250s and the Macs, basically. Are they pro? Currently not. Am I a pro? Yes, of course I am. I've deleted most of that text around, so it just says pro ?
Oh, I know.
Yeah. Enjoying your rainbows.
Am I still in the rainbow world? Wonderful.
Not
gonna lie.
Oh, it's getting a bit cloudy. Okay,
yeah, just right. Let's just clear everything, and we're gonna put.
I'm
gonna add titles for what I want for each thing that we talk about. Okay.
Possibly, but I'm going soon apparently. So
Okay, well, just why are they doing the crappy little DJ lights that ADJ can do better for half the price?
yes,
So this is the thing that this is what I think I'm confused about more than anything. Can you just delete my rainbows because I kind of want to talk properly? Perfect. Right. What are you? Stop. Basically, the reason Martin's doing this is because they've been bought by somebody who
Samsung.
they've been bought by somebody who wants to break into a more commercial market. But what they don't realise is Martin already has such a good base. They can't take me seriously with rainbows and Martin already has such a good base of people who use their kit.
Yeah.
That it's really silly to.
What's really silly there, mate? Anyway, continue. Yeah, it is very silly.
It's very silly to. It's very silly indeed.
By the way, yes, I agree with you, and it's very silly. Packy Sharbar, and I posted this in the Facebook group yesterday.
My god!
Oh my god, is it good? That is cool. But
Yeah.
why I think it's so cool, and I'm going to justify why it's so cool. Not only because it's a pan, it's a pan which is not silly at all. It's a pan and a tilt, so you can pan each individual lens and tilt the whole bar. It means you can get that look that everyone's been trying to achieve for years, which is like a million beams in the air, a million well-defined beams. You can do that now without having to buy a million Sharpies. You can buy 25 Sharbars for a rig.
I feel like that's something that actually we need to point out more than anything, because it works in a way that not a lot of other fixtures are going to be able to, because it saves on buying loads and loads of beam movers.
Yeah, basically.
Which I think is what we need to discuss. They're LED as well, which is massively useful, considering like your standard conventional beam fixtures are not going to be LED.
Well, they've just brought out ClearPack. They've also just brought out a new. Oh, I can't remember what it's called now, but it's the something 900, and it's the first LED profile they've ever brought out. 900 watt LED in it. Like, Jesus Christ.
How much is the Sharp? It's going to be about 6K.
That's my guess. That was my guess in the group the other day.
Yeah. I've known loads of green companies like Crown, JBL, and Soundcraft. I hope those companies don't go to pot as well. The problem is, the thing you've got with JBL is JBL manufactures a variety of gear already. Like, they manufacture a slightly lower end stuff, and they manufacture slightly higher end stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say, because we've just got, well, not just, but we've had a thing in the shop now for a while, which is one of the top range JBL stuff. And we've used it on a few gigs, and I've been like, Jesus Christ, this is good. We've got one of the only systems in Europe. It's 4 touring subs and 4 touring tops. And it's like touring style subs, so like handles everywhere and wheels everywhere. They're really heavy and really awkward to put in the van, but the sound is absolutely incredible. It's superior to a lot of things.
Yeah, JBL also do Crown as well, amp wise. You know, are things of amps.
Yeah, that was the thing with this JBL system. It came with a whole set of Crown amps as well, and each speaker had its own Crown amp. I was just like, oh, heaven. Yes, JBL subs. I do like JBL subs. They're generally quite low, but if you want that, that's good. But for subs wise, if you're talking about DJ subs, the only sub we can recommend really is the Pirate 212, which is over there. And basically, at first, when I was buying some subs, I bought a pair of Studio Master Drive 15 SAs. I got them and I was like, yes, 2 big subs. Yes, can't wait. Big loud sound. And it wasn't. It was disappointing. What have you put on my face now? I'm a Pirate JBL. Yes, I'm a Pirate JBL. Yeah, the
Pirates are great.
Pirates are great. I've got a point. It's over there on the floor behind that top. But yeah, incredible speaker, incredible sound out of it. The only thing is, it is quite heavy. It's like 45 kilograms, which if you can lift that and you're a gym lad, that's cool. But I've put wheels on it because I'm sensible. Really good sub. That's all I can say. You can also switch between if you want it to be like super bassy, like low end, like exactly. There is the specs right there. It's reversed them, but there's my specs and 4,000 watts. You can tell people. You can basically tell your clients, yeah, I've got 4,000 watt sub, but yeah, you've got 1,000 watt continuous sub, which is power beyond power.
It's some pretty beefy stuff. It
is.
weighs a lot, but remember you have two 12-inch subs in one thing, which quite often DJs will tell you that it's best to keep your subs directly next to each other in order to make them sound better. And that's pretty much what the Pirate does in bucket loads. You add an extra like 3 dB just by having the two subs next to each other.
Yeah. Subwoofers, if you touch them together, it increases it by, I can't remember if it's 3 or 5 dB, but yeah. Lovely subs. Would you agree they're lovely subs?
What?
Would you agree they're lovely subs?
They're brilliant subs. Fantastic subs. I would not swap mine for much. I would not swap mine for much at all.
And they've also thrown out of the water subs that were like upwards of £1,000. Like, I got mine and the what did I get with it?
Wheels.
I got a few things and it came up to £600 or so, just like £650 or something. And I was like, at first, Jesus Christ, that is a lot of money to spend on one speaker. But when you hear it, it's so much justified.
Lovely
they are
subs.
brilliant subs.
Lovely subs. Brilliant subs. Absolutely lovely, brilliant subs.
Lovely, brilliant subs.
Lovely, brilliant subs. Yeah, I mean, the Pirate actually is extensively good value for money.
Mm.
I mean, that's what we need to remember. Actually, although they cost a good amount, they are worth what you spend on them for what you get from them. I think. What have you done to them?
Tilt your head down. So it's Pirate on your forehead.
Does it?
Yeah, it does.
Arr.
I'm going to have the
Oh,
same.
it does. It does.
On my huge forehead. It fits. Oh my God. Huge forehead.
Yeah, 500 to 600 quid. So, you know. There we go. Now, let's talk DJ lighting.
Let's talk DJ lighting. Why don't
What we use and what we think people should use.
Rowan,
because
go first.
What do I use?
What do you use?
I use, for the majority of my events, my small setup consists of 2 Stairville MHX20 LED moving heads and 1 American DJ Ricochet LED with 2 Stairville 50cm LED bars. That's my standard small rig.
I have different rigs. Sorry, carry on.
I have different rigs for everything, to be fair. But my standard small rig is that because all of that fits in one's like 60 by 30 centimeter case. So, you know, it's kind of with cables as well. Now, the other fixtures I own, for larger rigs, I will always use my Stairville MHX25 LED moving heads with some custom gobos in, usually. Other fixtures I own 2 Stairville, Eurolight LED B40.
LED mirror balls.
LED mirror balls. Neon LED party bar, 2 UV pars, 2 normal LED pars. What else do I own? I own a fair few fixtures, to be honest. I'm also getting 2 1 meter LED bars as well in the very near future.
Very
because
nice.
I would like to get those for pixel mapping type of things, basically, because they're 8-section mappable, which is always fun in AVO. What about you, Andrew? What do you run?
Me? Well, I run a lot of things. Let's get serious and go blue.
Nice.
There we go. Very blue. So, I'm going to click on me so you can see me. Hello. I run a different setup every time. I'm not organized enough to set myself a rig that I only use. Something that I've got behind me, which you can't really see. I've got a T-bar there with an LEDJ Spectra bar and 2 MHX50s on top of it, which is like a nice rig I might use for my next gig. I kind of go gig to gig with what I use, but I also sometimes use, or my friend Daniel, you've probably seen around on the Facebook group, we do gigs together, and he has ADG Lightbridge 1, Inner Spotted Ds, and Quad 7s from ADJ, which are very nice. So sometimes I use that. But my stuff, I own. The stuff I use in every gig would be the V bars, which are ADJ V bar pack, which is lovely little 2 LED bars. That's what's lying in my face right now because the K strip turned off. I also have, for lights wise, I've got 2 LEDJ Spectra bars. I've got 2 cam LED K strip 12s, which are great for pixel mapping, but they're very bright. They're too bright. Set of V bars. What else do I know?
Your moving heads.
Yeah, Stervel MHX50s. I've got a set of ADJ com scans. Stervel lighting is very good value, I've been told. Not sponsored yet. Please sponsor us, Stervel. Just sponsor us.
Tobin, if you can sponsor us.
Just seriously, like serious talk from Tobin. If you're watching, come on, sponsor us. We'll get you money. And I do stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I run a lot of different fixtures for a lot of different gigs, but basically, with the gigs that are going to be coming up, I might end up getting a 6-foot table and running a 6-foot table rig. No, 6 foot. I think
4 foot.
Yeah, you've got a 4-foot table.
It's 4 foot.
I'm looking at a 6-foot table because then I can fit a controller and 2 moving heads very comfortably, basically.
On the thing of controllers, you've talked about your thing that you want and get the Gemini G4B. I currently use a Pioneer DDJ Ergo K, which is a very nice little controller. And yes, tell us what you use. Do you use CDJs? Do you use a controller? If you use a controller, what do you use? Do you use vinyl? That's very unlikely, but hey ho.
It's very unlikely, but you know.
DVS. I was looking at DVS very seriously for a while, Lauren. Like, very seriously. I was about to buy some turntables and a DVS system. Digital vinyl. I was looking
at getting some time-coded vinyl.
Hmm.
I was looking at the Tractor Scratch live. I think it's the A10, something like that. But
yeah, one of the teachers at school's got that for us. And
yeah,
cool.
I never decided to get it, and I kind of wish I did, but I feel like it's a lot to carry around. But basically, I'm looking at a 6-foot table.
Duck's done, and if you don't come down, you'll not get any.
Right, I'll come down in a bit, man.
Oh, it'll be gone.
It will be. That's my mother.
I mean, if you want to eat fast, then you can go, and I'll just have a chat with some people and run the stream for a bit.
Nah, you can just run the stream and forget about me. I might come back, I might not. So.
Okay, I mean, you cannot physically stop the stream because otherwise.
Oh, that's a good point. I'll just turn my camera off and because
then just
run the stream.
Just
in
come
case
back
you haven't
come back.
I am king.
Right. Okay.
I'm king.
We'll see you later, Andrew. And I'll take this from here.
Okay. Okay, I'm sorry.
Cool.
Or I can turn your camera off and mute you. Then it's just me. But I'll be nice and so I'll see you guys later.
Okay. See you later, Andrew. Wonderful. So, can I select myself as the? I think, guys. If you can tell me whether I am now the main camera, that would be absolutely wonderful, because it's going to be quite useful for what I want to do. So, Harry is saying he wants to get a controller. Any suggestions? Yes. Actually, oh my God, please stop. Okay, good. Thank you. I'm the lead camera. So, Harry wants, wonderful, perfect. Harry wants to get a controller. What controller do I suggest? Well, actually, guys, what I'll do for a short amount of time is just do gear recommendations. So if you ask what you want, give me the budget for what you want, I will be able to find you something that I very much consider a good product. So Harry, if you can pop your budget down in the tiny chat or on the YouTube live chat, that would be absolutely amazing, and then I'll be able to get up some suggestions for you. I mean, controller wise, controller wise, you can get a lot for your budget depending on what your budget is, pretty much. It depends sort of on the feature set that you want, but I can recommend quite a few different things. So £200, not a big one. £200 is not a bad budget for a controller. It's not a bad budget. It's not a great budget, but it's workable. So let's have a look on some sites, and we'll get going. Okay, right. See you later, guy. Have a lovely evening. £200. So let's go on. What I tend to do is go on places like You know what? Let's use this camera for now while I try and sort my other one out. Give me half a sec to work this out. Work out exactly what's going on with this camera. But basically, I always suggest stretching slightly above your budget. Now, that sounds very stupid of me, probably. But stretching above your budget doesn't mean spending extortionate amounts. What it means is spending an amount that you consider worth it. Because if you've got a budget of £200, what you basically realize is that is slightly too low, in my opinion anyway. You probably know that is slightly too low. So what you do is you increase your budget to about £220, £230. And by increasing your budget to about £220, £230, you open the doors to getting something slightly better. Now, I should be back fully now. That was very calm and refined, wasn't it? I don't reckon Andrew would be able to do that. So let me go and save these settings. And I'm back in my full glory. So, oh, hello. Wonderful. Perfect. Okay. Let's get back onto Tiny Chat. Fingers crossed. I'm here. Can somebody tell me if I'm alive and people can see me? That would be absolutely wonderful. I feel like I should be back. Okay, so DJ controllers for you at about the budget of £200. So let's have a think. Right, I'm going to immediately tell you something. Don't get a Newmark Mixtrack Pro. They are very plasticky and they don't look professional. And although the industry shouldn't be judgmental, a lot of it is smoke and mirrors, because the cooler looking controller you have, the more likely somebody's like to go, oh yeah, he's a proper DJ. And that's a very bad thing. Your mixing could be absolutely crap and you could have a Pioneer controller, but your punters will go, oh look, he's got Pioneer. It's kind of, you know. So I suggest basically going for something which a lot of other people probably wouldn't go for in some ways. So you're able to get something like probably the Reloop Beatmix 2 is not a bad controller. Let me just have a look. Let me just check that I've got the right controller here. Yeah. Okay. The Reloop Beatmix 2 for Serato is not a bad controller. You can also get Virtual DJ LE for it, I'm pretty sure. Or just use the normal Virtual DJ with it. But the Reloop Beatmix 2 has nice performance pads. They're quite short throw faders is the only thing that I would say with that. They are quite short throw faders. On Toman, you can get a Reloop Beatmix 2 Mark II for £203.66. That's not a bad price for a controller of that sort of caliber. I mean, going up, something like a Pioneer DDJ SB2 is probably a half decent controller, as is the Pioneer DDJ RB. The only problem with the Pioneer DDJ RB is it's built for Rekordbox, and nobody likes Rekordbox because it's not that good. If you can deal with Rekordbox, though, something like the RB is a very good choice. And going slightly up, we're going to go slightly up in price and have a look and see what we can find. I found the Gemini GMX not a great controller. Let's just skip over that. Now we come to about the £265 range, and you're looking at the same controller as what I want to get. You're looking at something like the Gemini G4V, which is a USB controller with a 24-bit sound card, 4 decks, 16 performance pads, filters on each channel, brilliant assignable buttons, XLR outputs, and a lot of very good features. Now, it's £70 over your budget. I totally understand that that is a lot of money to go over your budget. But I'm not going to lie, you will probably not regret it. So, what I would say personally is the Gemini G4V is going to be the kind of controller that you could use on a very regular basis for a very long time, because it's a solid metal constructed controller that works and will work time and time again. You might say that I've left the group chat. I haven't left the chat. I'm just reloading it so I can see what's going on at the moment. Let's load this back up and get this sorted. Yeah, so personally, the Gemini G4V for me would be one of the top choices that I would suggest to you. Again, above the budget, I understand. I know that it's pushing it a bit budget wise, well, more than a bit, it's pushing it a lot. But I consider it a valuable investment. Thoughts on the Showtek Infinity IS400? Let me just have a look. Showtek Infinity IS400. Not seen this yet, so let me just have a look. Okay. Right. Showtek Infinity, it's a LED 440 watt moving head. Let me just have a look on Back's Music and see what kind of specs we have, because the look of it, by the looks of it, it's a very nice moving head, but they're about $4,000, so you know, hopefully they would be nice. Not gonna lie. You've got 4 individual fans on the back, PowerCon linking, PowerCon in, no PowerCon out, but ArtNet in and out, as well as DMX 3 and 5 pin connections, which looks pretty beefy. It's a pretty beefy unit. It's a nice mounting bracket. Color wheel, yep. Go wheel, yep. More than 20 DMX channels. Let's have a look and see what we've got. I would imagine that it's going to be just your sort of standard big-ish spot moving head. I'm not going to lie, it will probably be a pretty nice unit. Although 440 watt LED is going to heat up as much as a lamp anyway, so you know, there's something to think about. I mean, it'd probably be a fairly nice moving head. With all due, just be a nice moving head. If anybody else has anything to ask, then by all means do that for me, because that would be great. Because I need to answer some questions, otherwise it's going to get pretty boring. Let's think of other things to talk about. Ooh, What is it? What is this we're talking about? That was the Showtek Infinity IS400, Ben. No, IS, LS, IS400. So, other things to think and talk about. Speakers. Let's have a think about speakers for a sec. I'm gonna. Actually, you know what? Let's not do that. Let's switch this up a bit. We're going to go to some theatre kind of stuff for a sec. What I'd like you to do is I'd like you to talk about some productions that you've seen that you really enjoyed. Any productions on in London at the moment that you've seen and really enjoyed, or any productions that you've worked on and really enjoyed working on. Funny production stories. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to kick that off with something of improvisation, because quite a lot of the time you're working in production and you have to improvise quite a lot of different things. The last production that I did, we ran a comm system, which was definitely not a comm system. So basically we wanted a backstage link between us and the stage manager. So we had 2 lighting guys, 1 sound guy and 1 lead SM downstairs. The SM basically was responsible for giving us clearance. We were running our own cues. We had no DSM. This was a sort of very low budget performance where I provided effect lighting, hence why we had 2 LDs or LXs. So the way we ran this was we had an Allen and Heath desk with individually we had the majority of the sound, all of the sound running through just the main output. To get comms, what we did is we had a massive multi-core and ran at the bottom of the multi-core. We had a single we had an SM58 plugged into the multi-core via XLR, and we also had a set of headphones plugged into the multi-core via XLR. Now, not ideal. It's already sounding bad. What we did is our 2 mics were 2 SM58s. We just had loads of SM58s on this show and we weren't using any of them. Plugged into 2 channels on the desk. So those 2 SM58s plugged into 2 channels were routed only to AUX 1. AUX 1 was then our headphone feed for the SM. So we ran out of AUX 1 through the multi-core down to the headphones of the SM. Worked pretty well. The return feed was slightly different. What we did is we ran the it sounds so bad. We ran the SM58 all the way up the multi-core, plugged the multi-core into the mixer, and you're gonna hate us for this. We used PFL as our headphone output. So we had no actual monitoring of sound via headphones. We just used the PFL for the SM's mic through to 2 pairs of headphones and run off a headphone splitter. I know, a headphone splitter. Disastrous. But it worked. So if you've got any stories of how you used like improvised over on a production, that would be absolutely amazing to hear some funny stories. I'll read them out and things like that. Thriller Live and Bat Out of Hell. Right. I never wanted to go and see Thriller live. It's going to sound basically, I never wanted to see Thriller live because I'm not a massive fan of jukebox musicals. And what I call jukebox musicals are musicals which just sort of go through an artist's repertoire. Like Lazarus, David Bowie musical. I can't be asked to see it. Motown looks good, but I probably won't ever see it. Mamma Mia, no. It doesn't massively interest me. I probably would see the show if I got free tickets, not gonna lie. I would. But those kind of shows, the jukebox shows, they're not interesting to me, because all it is it's a concert which is masquerading as a West End show. People go and see them because they're the music that they know, but you wouldn't, like, I don't see, you're not going for the show at all. You're going for the fact that they're singing some songs that you like. It's something to think about, and I think I'm probably just a bit grumpy. I feel like I'm probably a bit grumpy, not gonna lie, but that's because I really enjoy theatre and it's something that I'm massively into, and I feel like demeriting a show, I feel it doesn't demerit a show, but I just don't massively think it's great. Bat Out of Hell. Now, Bat Out of Hell, Bat Out of Hell musical. I've not ever seen Bat Out of Hell, so I'll have a look and see what Bat Out of Hell is, because I'm going to be based on Meatloaf. Okay. London and Manchester. London Coliseum. Where's the Coliseum? I don't know where the London Coliseum is. I mean, Becca, you're gonna know quite a lot about, you know, theatres and stuff. That's what you do. 56 years, 3 hours. Christ. Oh God. Meatloaf and Jim Steinman. See, this is probably absolutely amazing, but it instantly turns me off that it's a jukebox musical. The amount of tech is mental. Okay. See, I've never seen a show specifically for tech. I'd love to. I'd love to just go and see a show just for tech. But actually, I know what I could do. What an idea. I'm going to get you guys to put in your suggestions for a show that I'm about to do. Here we go. On my first assembly, I also had to cue lights and mainly blackouts and lights up as zealots. Couldn't see the stage in blackout. My comm cut out for like the whole show. I spent it running around front of house to shout lights up. Wasn't my best show. Also managed to set off the fire alarm with the dry ice machine in the first tech run. Now this is why we look for heat detectors and not smoke detectors. Heat and smoke detectors are a massively different thing. If your theatre doesn't have heat detectors or carbon monoxide detectors instead of normal smoke detectors, then please just don't. It's just so stupid. I don't get why theatres wouldn't do it. But I just don't get why theatres wouldn't. I've done a lot of things like that. I mean, I don't know how many of you seen my latest stage management gig log, where you can see there is a scene change you can see where I give a countdown from 10, and I was working with a team of absolutely inexperienced volunteer SMs. So I was running them as it was their first ever show that they'd ever SM'd, and I was running it like I was production manager, stage manager, and tech manager for this show. So I knew this show inside out. So what I do is I've got, don't know if I can show you it. That there is the cue sheet for that show. That is page 1 of 6 for that show. We were working mostly with like black box type things, moving those around. It was absolutely brilliant. But I was in charge of a group of SMs who had never done a production before. So what I would give them all of their cues, but I would be the one to clear LX. And the comms units in this theatre had an alarm system. Now, there were 3 newer comms units, which were fine, which the DSM, the LX, and the sound guy had. I had an older pack. So when the alarm set off, the rest of them would just get like a little beep in their ears. I would get a full-blown alarm coming from my pack, and it went off during the show in the middle of a scene change. So I had to then run round to DSM's desk, shout clear in her comms, and then leg it back because the next scene was like 2 minutes long. Scariest experience of my life. The other thing that happened was we had a kid in the show who we couldn't replace at the last minute because it was like a mix of Amdram, like a kind of Amdram-y show. We couldn't replace her, and she was put on crutches the night before the show. And the problem is we were getting kids to the other side of the stage by shuttling them underneath the stage. We couldn't do that. She was on crutches. So we had to use a wheelchair. And luckily, like, there were a couple of experienced SMs. And what we would do is we would put her in this wheelchair. We nailed like these bits of sort of timber to the floor, and we'll just push her along this track each show just to get her to the other side of the stage faster than all the other kids, because otherwise it just got into... One time we lost the wheelchair, so I had to like carry her all the way around. Oh, stressful times, stressful shows. That's why I absolutely love theatre. Not gonna lie, it is actually the reason I love theatre. The reason I love theatre is because it's so unpredictable and different every night, and you know, it's kind of what I do. It's like my thing. Oh, here we go. Bat of Hell. Ben Ellum has just sent me. What is going on here? My laptop. Come on. Yeah, I mean, it's such a stressful industry, but I love the fact that there is so much stress. It's just my favorite thing. I love being stressed. It's really weird. Do any of you guys love being stressed? Like, do you love the stress of a show? Because for me, it's what makes it so interesting. I don't think I could. I don't know. I just find it a massively interesting experience to be part of it, be part of a show like that. What else can I talk about? Let's have a think about other things. Oh, Becca, have you heard back from MIT yet? If you have, can you tell me? Because I might need to start looking and digging through my email inboxes, because I think it's May that we get to find out. Basically, Becca auditioned for, or applied for National Youth Theatre as well at the start. I like the pressure, it's different every night. That's the thing. That's what some people don't understand. So many people at my school are like, oh no, I want to do film. No. Film's just you. I'm going to offend some people by saying this. Film's a cop-out. Mid-May. Cool. So if I get in, I've got like 1.5 months to raise like $1,000. Wonderful. Cool. Guys, do you want to fundraise? Do you want to fundraise MIT for me, please? If I get in, please. Also, I think pointing out a couple of things with theatre. What was I going to say? I don't even know what I was going to say. Oh wow, that is pretty cool. Theatre-wise, I feel like live theatre is such a different experience to anything else. Oh no, that was what I was going to talk about. Right, I've got a production coming up, a student production that I have to completely design, set, and lighting for. I will tell you the name of the production. I want you to have a look. No, you can't even get in. You can't even do it if you get in. I'd email them. I would definitely email them and just to say if you can't, because otherwise, if you do get in and then you can't do it, then oh no, you've told them. It's fine. You've told them. Don't worry. I know you've told them. We had this conversation. Right. So. I'm going to give you a production to look at. It's going to be quite fun. The play is called A Song from Far Away by Simon Stevens. It's a one-man show about a man losing his brother to a heart attack, and basically we're looking very things I know to be true for design. What I'm thinking currently is, and I want you to provide me with some kind of things, some kind of pointers with this. But currently what I'm thinking is a white, just an entirely white set. Oh my god. Hello, Andrew.
Hello, Rowan.
I'm talking about theatre currently.
Of course you are. What else are we talking about?
But I'm talking about design. So if you want to kind of packages, right, if you want to help me design a play, that would be absolutely great.
Yeah, I've still got a king. Yep, I can help with the plays and
cool
stuff like that.
Sweet. Right. Okay. So the play is called A Song from Far Away by Simon Stevens.
That's a good one.
It's a one-man play about a man losing his brother. Right.
Okay.
The majority of it is delivered in a stand-up comedy style.
Right.
But he wants the director wants tech to take center stage.
Okay.
So what I'm currently thinking is running a white set with a white stage, like a totally white, just completely white, with the floor raised about 2-3 inches off the ground.
All right.
Just a completely white floor. Or it's either I'm either thinking white or just plain plywood with like paint splatters on or something.
Okay.
Just like spare plywood sanded down. So have that at the bottom, and then also have a back wall. Have it. It's a small room, so probably 2.5 by 2.5 by 2.5 meters.
Okay.
What I'm then thinking is on this set, I want a single desk lamp in the far back, so sort of the far upstage left corner. Right. And right next to this desk lamp, a sort of 20 centimeter by 50 centimeter window, right, in the bottom stage left corner of this set. So it's slightly unnerving. You've got this kind of like tiny window, and I'll screen behind it with like some either clear acrylic or clear sort of material. I'm thinking possibly do that, and then tech-wise, I'm thinking possibly we've got a very flat light from the front, maybe say just shuttered Prezzies or something. A single spot with a profile,
right,
for front lighting, and then have 4 Doughty tank traps.
Okay.
Right at the sides of the stage, 2 very close to the back of the stage and 2 closer to the front. 2 back ones with 1 meter LED bars on, and the 2 front ones with 50 centimeter LED bars on. Okay. Crossing ever so slightly, having them completely pixel mapped.
Right. That would be quite cool.
Then with maybe possibly 2 Prezzies as sides light, because I like using side light.
Same.
I don't know if I don't know about movers. I don't think I want to use movers, but I'm not sure. The only other thing that I was kind of thinking was drilling a load of really tiny holes in the bottom of the stage and having a haze or smoke machine underneath the stage. just so you can have these little tiny plumes of smoke just coming up from the bottom of the.
What I would suggest would have a hazer hidden off stage, and then maybe use an actual smoke machine. If there's a part in the show where you could use it, put an actual smoke machine down there.
Yeah, I mean, bear in mind this room can hold like 30 people max.
Exactly that. That's why you can use your little one.
Suggestion 1, Grand MA2 full size. Yeah.
Yes, of course.
What I probably have to do is then put that in a completely separate room and run a hose in to get the smoke in, because I wouldn't want to use that much. Basically, I need to try and find a really quiet haze machine for that room, just to haze out the room at the start. Like a nice quiet haze. I'm sure school has one. Basically, this is in school, and this will be my production to tech. So, thank you to school for that. So I'm thinking like a tiny 2.5 by 2.5 by 2.5 meter set. That little window in the corner, just because. Basically, I want to make the set as unnerving as possible.
Yeah, so it feels uncomfortable to watch.
Yeah, like a very uncomfortable looking set, I think is the kind of thing that I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So I mean, the LED bars at the sides will be like slightly uncomfortably bright in sections, things like that. I don't know. What are you thinking, or what can you?
I like the idea of the LED bars at the side. I think that'd be really neat having them. I would do more side light really, because especially if you're trying to go for a kind of abstract look, which it seems like you are. Maybe even some LED bars directly downlighting the stage, maybe from a mid bar.
What, straight from the top?
Straight down, like straight down. Some LED bars, because you could imagine switching from that really flat front light just to them in a snap to kind of change moods or change scenes really quickly. That might work. Ideas with that.
Light. Yeah.
Or even just with Frezzies. I love that term there. Just directly downlighting. That's one of many things. So, yes, of course. Do you know what desk they're gonna use?
I'll be honest, we're not sure at the moment. I'll be honest, it's very likely that I'll end up using something like Titan 1 to control the entire show. But I don't want to. The only reason I'd use Titan 1 is because I can do some incredible effects with the LED bars. And I'm not massively proficient with lighting. I mean, for me, this is more about the design of things rather than the actual execution. Because that's what I want to do. I mean, I can execute it just about. Yeah. You know. If I just set every cue as an override, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
I just don't want to.
You could do a cue list.
I could do. Yeah.
They're just a bit awkward. Do you know how to do cue lists? What you got to do is you go into a record menu, and you got to say, right, I'm recording a cue list. Now you're like, right, in Q1 I want this, and you're in a record menu, so you can't just go Q1 record, I'm gonna record something else over here, then go back to record Q2. You're like recording this cue list from Q to Q all the way through. It's a bit icky, I think. What about blue up ceiling above the audience with two movers as yellow stargoers giving a hobo on the show? Yeah, that's kind of nice. But you don't know what you can have roof-wise.
I mean, I know the room. It's not a big room at all. Hence why I'm going for a tiny set and a tiny sort of experience.
Maybe go for some kind of audience inclusion lighting, because that's what I'm doing now. If I'm in a big hall or something, I'll have lights just on the audience doing the same as what I'm doing on the stage to kind of make them feel involved. Obviously, this is live. I mean, music event kind of thing, but use something similar, like have something reflecting what's on stage on the walls or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if we're getting the room painted black before when it is.
What's it currently painted?
If it's going to be a little bit more difficult. It's like a kind of creamy type color. This is inside mansion. This is inside this is in the basement of mansion. I mean, That'd be quite. It would be quite. I don't know about the yellow stars.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm not keen. I'm not massively keen on that idea, but that blue wash is quite nice.
Yeah. We've got a director in our school who's renowned for just using blue washes everywhere, just a blue wash all the time. Which
blue is such a generic color. It's so great. It's great to use. Great to use blue.
Hang on a second.
What?
Hello, Becca Gale. Is this a female we have?
Becca Gale. Yes. Becca Gale is one of our newer members of the group. We've recently added about 5 or 6 female members to the group.
Because it used to be all boys. Like
yes.
all boys before. But
yeah. It's nice to be able to have. It's nice to be able to have some different views as well. I mean,
yeah.
Yes, Becca, the Young Vic Theatre did do it, and I looked at their design, and basically, that's kind of where I've got that white box type thing from. And all I want to do is kind of adapt it in a way to sort of somewhat contrast that, because sometimes it gets. I like their design, but I don't want to copy it. Is the sort of thing that I'm trying to get. So I kind of want to use some inspiration from the Red Barn that the National Theatre just did, and their kind of use of very ambiguous outside lighting through that little tiny window. I don't know what props are needed, because as props are needed, then we'll have to add them in different places. But I feel like if there's a sink needed, then I kind of want to put the sink on the back wall slightly too high up. So he has to step on something. So he has to step on something to get to it.
Right.
I don't know.
It'd be interesting, because that would make him like be out of his way instead of being the norm, which is sink at floor level.
Projections of your friend in a small room, they can project set without being physically there. The only thing that I'm conscious of with projections.
Get the shower bar. Just get a shower bar in there, just for the pants. Just get every rig. Just get a shower bar in there.
No. The projections are my friend. The only thing with projection's very difficult to do well. I think.
Unless you've got the proper control room stuff, like using a media server.
Exactly.
It's quite hard to do good projection.
It's just me. It will just be me. This is a student production. So basically, I'm being assigned to this student production.
Colorband Pixems just everywhere. That would be cool. You got to admit, it would be cool to have color Pixems.
If you had enough of them.
If you had for those 4 things, color Pixems, so they moved.
If you had a full back wall of color Pixems.
Oh. Yeah.
Because
also they've got a bracket which is in the middle, so you can pivot them on a tank trap. So you can do like on each side, and then go.
Yeah. Could you guys do a review on the Pirate?
Yes. It is good. That's all we need. How are we supposed to do a review of a sub? Like, this is what it sounds like? No.
That's the only thing.
We can sit here and go, it sounds really good all night, but unless you believe us, you get it. I can get some expert on audio to go.
Harry's an Exmouth. I was going to say, if you were anywhere near where I was, I would give you a demo. But
that's a good point. I'll give you a demo as well.
Yeah. So projections, I might project onto that window possibly, but I'm not sure.
You know what? When we did Sweet Charity and we're looking for cool media server stuff to use, you know which media server we went for in the end?
What?
PowerPoint. It's such a powerful media server and no one knows it, because all we did was we custom made the video content in motion so it fit perfectly with things. And we just used PowerPoint. It was like the obvious option no one thought of.
Oh, what, you just use PowerPoint and set the screen size to the right size?
There was just screen 2 was the right size, using the triple head to go. It just worked. Forget how powerful PowerPoint is.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, they want it quite tech heavy, and the problem is they don't have any budget basically. So, I mean, the idea behind this is I'm going to be using as much of my own kit as possible.
That's why they probably put you on this gig because they know you got kit.
Well, no, because it's just not many people in my school realise that I own kit.
Really? That's a surprise.
Which is quite nice. It's nice.
Is it?
Really? Yeah. Like the guys. Ben has a hypnotizer media server, so he sometimes finds himself projecting BBC One on his bedroom wall.
Can I just have it, please? Just please. I've been trying to convince my school to get a media server for about 20 years now, and no one listens to me because they all go, "Shut up, Andrew. We don't need a media server. We don't need a media server." But I think media servers are cool. That's where I want.
Yeah.
So give me a media server, please. And also, why have you got a hypnotizer media server? Please explain in the tiny chat.
If he actually does,
please explain why, because that does not sound viable for like a person.
Anyway, I'm trying to think of any other ideas that do we have as a group any other ideas for this? Because at one point I was thinking possibly just LED strip along the front bottom of the set. I don't know if I want to do that. I kind of if I have any props on stage, he does a lot of work with video walls. Ben Earl. Right.
How and why and explain.
Anyway. Yeah, I mean the other thing that I'm thinking of is possibly going for something like.
Have you got any sequences in that show where he's either high on drugs, really confused, or in a point of really abstractness?
Why?
Because my stupid ideas happen a lot. And my stupid idea currently is using the GoPro, the video output, onto the back wall with the wide lens. So imagine it was like on his face, like this close, and you're following him around like that. Have you ever seen that video for what's it called? For Tublo's song of.
The thing is, I could custom make a helmet with a mount that goes out with a GoPro, so you can pick it up, put it on, and then just have. I could have like. You know what would be really cool?
I'm going to show you this, guys.
You know what would be really cool and really unnerving?
Go on, then.
A single, like, quite small 24-inch screen, slightly offset at the top of the set, with his face on. I don't know, because apparently I think the guy's naked for most of it.
Oh, right.
I don't know.
That escalated.
That's the thing.
Like complete bare. Right, like this, right?
I don't know.
See, she is always in the same part of the shot.
Yeah.
And it follows her around and whatever she does.
I do, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, that could be quite cool.
I want to find exactly what I mean, though. Bungee jump.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I can find that. GoPro.
Yes, ma'am. Okie dokie. I'll at least be very, very quiet. Yeah, no. Right, I think I'm going to have to leave.
Okay.
Probably.
I might continue for a little bit and then
I have been asked to.
Stream off. It won't be long. Probably.
I'm just gonna work on this, but I'm not allowed to talk. So if you just want to talk, and then I'll just stay here and watch.
Yeah, cool.
Go for it.
So, hello humans. You know me. I'm gonna get tiny chat up, and now I want you to ask stuff, say stuff. Let's do some stuff. So, because Rung can still react and hear me and thumbs up, can't you? Yes, he can. So, yeah. Thoughts on. Where are we? Let me have it really, really cheap. My family friend that got here, do like he's selling it self-bought. Yes, I would as well. If anyone fancies selling me a really cheap media server, I will buy it. That's good. Yeah. Just out of interest, who is more into the DJing side and the event side, and who's more into theatre? I'm interested to know. Because I know, because we've just changed the name of the group from just DJing to theatre as well now. But yeah. The pirate subs, as someone was asking before. If you look at the price of them compared to some other subs, you might say they're a bit pricey, and I would say they're not cheap by any means, but what they are is solid, they're reliable, good quality, definitely good quality, and the amount of bass that they'll produce is quite important. It's quite impressive. So we have Ben Elam, I'm an event theatre boy. We have James, which is theatre, and not much of a DJ, Ben is. That's quite interesting because I've come from a DJing background. I'm doing kids' parties and other parties for a while. And then when I went to high school, it was like, wow, this is a theatre. This is cool. I like this. And every year we do a rock gig. More theatre, but love DJing because it's a thrill. I agree. But yeah, we did a rock gig every year, and that was like my highlight of the year. We get to do this big live rock gig, and we just like set gear up and just have fun. And that's kind of why I want to go into live events and live bands and live DJs and stuff, because I currently work freelance as a lighting designer, lighting programmer, operator, blah, blah, blah. And I work with events companies around the Northeast. And so I'll go to an event and it can be anything from, I've had NHS awards, I've had big 80s nights, 70s nights, James Bond nights. I've had everything really thrown at me. And that's just the fun of the job, really. You don't know what you're going to get next, which is something I really like. Was right, in turn to an event one night, and we might be using similar gear we used last night, but a completely different kind of event. Sometimes we go more elegant, sometimes we go more rock and roll. That's just what I like about it. It's kind of anything. Also, the hours are like really bad, but that's what I like. It's like 14-hour days. Yay, a lot of work. Rowan agrees, a lot of work. Do you like a lot of work, Rowan? 14-hour days? Oh, I love it. Oh, love it. When you've just like done you just hit 30th hour, you're looking at your clock like, haha, can we finish now? Nope. Okay, let's hang some more lights. Climb up some more ladders. Welcome to the Annoyed Rowan section of the video. He's going to find out what's about to happen to him in a second. Oh, let's censor that. Perfect. So yeah. Just out of interest, who doesn't know? I'm straight and Rowan is gay. Anyone? But you're not. Shit, I didn't realize. Anyway, this is stupid now. I think we're finished. Would you agree, Rowan? I think it's time to finish this. So I hope you've enjoyed. Oh no, wait. There's one. No, charades. Charades, I've muted you. Charades. Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I mean, I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. She was looking kinda dumb with her finger and her thumb in the shit Vanilla on her forehead. This is perfect. Let's stop singing Smash Mouth and let's end the live stream. Do you want me to unmute you? Let's unmute you.
Yeah, no, somebody just wanted to join. Like, somebody messaged me. I was like, you're still live streaming just like 2 minutes ago. You can mute me again now.
Thanks for that. That's what we needed. Right, okay, I think it's time to finish. Hope you've enjoyed this live stream. I need Rowan to say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Louder.
Oh, goodbye.
Louder.
Goodbye.
That's just creepy. Cool, I'm muting you. Right, I hope you've enjoyed this live stream, and we'll see you next time. Join our Facebook group. Join our Facebook group. Comic Sans. This is what we need in our life. More Comic Sans. Bye.